Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Well, the markets have now slipped to the day's lowest point. We have also tested 24,500 yet again on the intraday levels. 92 points lower in trade. We are now down 0.4%. So the gains that we were celebrating in the early part of the day have also been lost. There has been a lot of choppiness along the way and the markets have now seen a lot of cuts, especially coming in from the banking space, the Nifty Bank, private banks, financial services. These are the weaker pockets today. Financial services down by 0%. You're also seeing a 0.8-0.9% of a fall on the Nifty Bank overall and the private banks as well. On the real estate space, when we see there has been clear dip as far as 0.7-0.8% of a fall is concerned. Consumer durables are the other pockets that are declining by 0.6% odd. FMCG, broader markets, you can also see weakness in the FMCG space per se. Let's look at the outperformers even in this weak market. Pharma, auto, metals, oil and gas and IT as the sectors that continue to manage some gains in this choppy market. Top movers on the Nifty include names like Maruti Suzuki, that's up by 2%, Tech Mahindra, Hero Moto, M&M, Tata Steel. So auto space definitely driving in a fast lane. Whereas you're looking at banks which are lower. Bajaj Finance is now down by nearly 3%. And HUL, HDFC Bank, Trent, Nestle, these are all the stocks that are declining again. When we look at the F&O movers, you have Alchem Labs that's ticking higher. SJVN follows, Jindal Stainless and also Titagarh Rail. But Astral post earnings is down in trade. Supreme Industries, Blue Star, Kalyan Jewellers, some of them from the consumer durables basket continuing to see some pressure build up in trade. Let's welcome our guest on board then. Gaurav Sharma, Associate Vice President, Head of Research at Globe Capital is now joining in. Warm welcome, good afternoon to you, Gaurav. Good to have you with us. Well, what do you make of this again, the pressure that's building on yesterday? It seemed like, the markets are ready to move on after those 6 weeks of painful consolidation that we have seen. But again, choppiness is back on the D Street and it seems like, we are, can't say very well that we are out of the woods yet. This is also going to be a truncated week. What would you say is the key reason behind the markets not getting the strength to continue on the higher levels?
Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show. So you rightly pointed out here, jittery moves, indecisiveness. I think these are the two main things which are impacting the traders and not letting them pass through. Nifty index failed to hold above the crucial level. It managed to trade above 500, 600 odd levels and even rose up to the 700 odd mark in today's trade. But it just, just like started tumbling down. I think Bank Nifty played a vital role in it. Especially the private sector banks. Still, the PSU bankings are holding ground in response to the SBI numbers that were posted yesterday. Stellar set of numbers, but completely it is a thumbs down coming in from the private sector pack in today's trade. Barring the pharma index, no major sector gauge is actually performing or supporting the markets. Mid cap index is once again tumbling down. And I think all in all clearly indicates that the traders are not finding comfort at higher levels.
Okay, so Gaurav, help me understand when it comes to the strategies in this volatile market, what are you telling clients at this point in time? What exactly must be done in this kind of an extreme choppy environment?
Firstly, yes, the indecisiveness, choppiness, and these kind of volatility will continue. The trade deal hasn't been settled yet. I don't know when will it be concluded and at what terms will it be concluded. Every now and then some of the other statements are coming. Some days back even pharma got hit and a statement just came in that they are even the Americans are even considering putting in tariffs on the pharma sector even after knowing that it requires at least 1.5 years of time frame to actually shift a manufacturing unit within US. So I think these kind of news will keep impacting, but still, what needs to be taken into account is, let us now concentrate on those spaces, those areas which will not be impacted from these kind of news. These are some pockets like make in India stuff and sell in India stuff. I think that will actually perform, and those areas are performing. Cement, for that matter, healthcare, hospitality. The hospital stocks are doing quite good. Apollo numbers are due today. So these are some of the spaces which will continue to perform, and that's what exactly we are suggesting our clients. Some of the infra companies are also performing extremely well. Among the large cap names, it is Larsen and Toubro. From the automobile pack, we are concentrating heavily on Mahindra and Mahindra, good farm setup. The passenger vehicle segment is also performing well. Tractor business is doing well. Farm business is doing well. From the two-wheeler space, we are positive on Hero MotoCorp. Came up with very good set of numbers. The monthly sales figures were very much impressive. The electric vehicle numbers were very much impressive. Now 11,000 units sold. So I think these are some of the areas we need to concentrate at.
Fair point. Okay, let me just bring up for you, some of the key pockets that are buzzing. Auto space, what do you think has brought in this fresh wave of move across the board? Four-wheelers, two-wheelers alike, they are, driving in a faster lane, half odd percent higher for the index as a whole. Is it just being oversold, that's leading to some buying opportunities? Are sentiments really improving here across the board? What exactly would you read into this fresh momentum that is now being seen across the board?
As I've just said, Sakshi, that auto sector will be something that won't be at large too much impacted from it. Specifically, those auto companies that are not exporting in Europe, that are not exporting in the American subcontinent area. These two-wheeler companies, Indian two-wheeler companies at large export to the African segment or within Asia only. So they will not be impacted at large, and they drive a very large part of their revenue from India only. So I think that is why we have very wisely selected Hero MotoCorp to be our first choice, followed by TVS Motors. TVS has already performed; otherwise, it was our preferred bet. We are waiting for some kind of a dip in TVS Motors, anywhere close to 2,800 level. This stock will again become a attractive bet. When we talk about four wheeler, again we are positive on Mahindra and Mahindra. I told you the reasons behind it. We expect this company to continue its performance. A breakout in the chart pattern is due. 3,300 is the price point where the breakout would set in, and I think it can happen anytime soon. And once that level is taken out, the stock will quickly run up toward 3,800, 4,000 band.
Sure. So that's one pocket. Now I'll come to some certain specific stocks, and then we can again get into some sectoral, talk points as well. I wanted to start off with the defense stock, the largest of them all, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics, because earnings just came in a while back, and what we are given to understand is that the stock also recovered from its lows after the earnings definitely came in for the company. We have seen that HAL's revenue growth has largely been driven by execution of 1.89 lakh crore worth of order book that the company had, and a higher contribution of repairs and the overhauls, as well as we are given to understand revenue for the quarter increased by 11%, coming in at 4,819 crores. And what we've also seen is that the company's EBITDA has increased by nearly 30% from the year ago period. Margins have also seen a significant expansion there during the quarter, contrary to the expectations of some kind of a contraction to take place from the street. Now, what we are given to understand is that the profitability for the company has declined for the quarter by 4% from last year, although largely it's higher than the estimates also that came in. Order book target now the company has guided for FY26 at 2.5 lakh crores, crores. The revenue growth they have targeted between 8 to 10%, and of course this guidance will be revisited after the first half is what the company is saying. The management is also anticipating a double-digit revenue growth from next year onwards, but it may happen this year itself. They are optimistic about it. They believe adjusted EBITDA margin can remain at 31% over the next 3 to 4 years, and these are some of the aspects that are leading to our focus coming back on HAL. How would you look at the defense story unfolding and HAL post results? Any fresh buys that you would want to initiate? Management commentary has been positive, but profitability still is under.
Yeah, so firstly, I want to make a disclosure here. We are positive on the defense stocks, namely HAL, Mazagon, and BEL. We have recommended them to our clients as well. Now, when we specifically talk about HAL post numbers, these are not at all bad numbers. These are a decent set of numbers. We look defense as a sector for an investment horizon of over 1 to 3 years kind of a stuff. So that is what we have been suggesting to our clients, and I'll suggest the same to the viewers as well. Do keep a longer term view on the defense space. HAL is doing good. Government is having a clear focus on technology transfer as far as fighter jets and aircrafts are concerned, and all future contracts will be conducted keeping the similar line of view. And I firmly believe that HAL will get a sizable share out of it and will be a direct beneficiary of the same. The Su-35 that India currently have, the entire repair and maintenance contracts rest with the HAL only. So they have a brighter share of it, and they will continue to have and play their part in the development of the defense infrastructure.
Okay, that's a big development that's coming in is by way of some cabinet major decisions that are being taken place as well. What we are given to understand, viewers, is that the cabinet has decided that 4 new semiconductor projects in Odisha, Punjab and in Andhra Pradesh have been approved by the cabinet worth 4,594 odd crore rupees. The cabinet has also taken a major decision to strengthen the urban transport by way of Lucknow Metro Phase 1B, which will entail a cost of 5,800 odd crore rupees. On the clean growth path, the cabinet has taken a decision on Tato 2 hydroelectric power project at 700 megawatts of capacity, which will entail a cost of about 8,146 odd crore rupees. So the cabinet has taken a decision worth 18,541 odd crore rupees of expansion when it comes to manufacturing and of course strengthening semiconductor aspect in the company, also strengthening urban transport and looking at clean growth by way of hydroelectric power as well. So those are some major decisions that are actually coming in from the cabinet. Now on the semiconductor issue, what we are given to understand is that the Semicon India program that was launched in 2022, it's now looking at okay, so I think we can actually show you the live press conference from Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav. Let's quickly dip into that and see what he has to say.
कार्बाइड का मटेरियल लगने लगा है अभी दुनिया में. सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड एक स्ट्रैटेजिक ज़रूरत है देश की. ये प्लांट सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड मैन्युफैक्चर करेगा, सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड सेमीकंडक्टर्स मैन्युफैक्चर करेगा. उड़ीसा के भुवनेश्वर में लग रहा है. बहुत ही एडवांस्ड प्लांट है, बहुत ही इसमें रिसर्च का काम रहेगा. आईआईटी भुवनेश्वर में 45 करोड़ रुपीस के इन्वेस्टमेंट से रिसर्च की यूनिट भी बनी है, जिनको बहुत अच्छी सक्सेस मिली है. अभी सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड को ग्रो करने के लिए सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड के पाउडर को लेते हैं, उस पाउडर को 2400 डिग्री पे वेपराइज करते हैं, फिर उस वेपर को एक क्रिस्टल के ऊपर इकट्ठा करते जाते हैं, डिपॉजिट करते जाते हैं, और उससे फिर उसका वेफर बनता है. तो बहुत ही प्रिसीजन वाला काम है. इस काम को इस प्लांट में किया जाएगा. करीब 2000 करोड़ का इसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट है, 2066 करोड़ का, और 96 मिलियन चिप्स की इसकी कैपेसिटी है साल की. दूसरा प्लांट लग रहा है 3D ग्लास। 3D ग्लास आज की तारीख में दुनिया की सबसे एडवांस्ड पैकेजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी है। इस यूनिट में इंटेल का इन्वेस्टमेंट भी है, आपके करीब करीब दुनिया की बड़ी कंपनीज हैं, उन सब का इसमें यूनिट में इन्वेस्टमेंट आने वाला है। मैं नाम आपको पढ़ के सुनाना चाहूँगा। लॉकहीड मार्टिन है, कई प्राइवेट।
All right, so there you had, you've seen how Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, Union Minister, is talking about the big expansion plans when it comes to semiconductor, big investments being done, the aim of producing many more semiconductor chips from India. That's the kind of capacity that we are looking to create, something that had caught, a lot of countries as well as a lot of industries, get stuck because of the unavailability or enough availability of semiconductor chips, including autos for that instance. Let's go back to our conversation with Gaurav then. Gaurav, finally, the government is really stepping, up the gas when it comes to setting up critical manufacturing plants and, looking at ways of how to, make in India such critical components that are of extreme importance and critical usage for many of our industries, including autos. We have seen what has happened with two-wheeler demand for a large part of the current financial year as well as the last financial year. How have you been looking at, how things are speeding up on this front, and how would such steps be really important to be seen as to what comes in for such sectors in India going forward?
Sakshi, you have rightly pointed out when the Ukraine war with Russia was set in, a huge scarcity of semiconductors and chips was there with the entire globe, and the auto industry was the most hit. There were news all across the globe that a lot of inventory got stuck. Cars have been manufactured, but they cannot be transported, they cannot function unless there is a microchip which is planted within them. Apart from this, the viewers need to understand the microchip is not something which is required only in cars. It is actually required in all of the gadgets that we are using in our day-to-day life. May it be the television that we are using, it also requires a microchip. The mobile phone that we are using, it also requires a chip. So it is something of huge importance. And Prime Minister Modi actually understood this, grasped it very well. And apart from Ukraine, it was only Taiwan which was into the business, and now India is also getting into this business. This is a very much capital intensive business. A lot of capital is required, plus a lot of engineering stuff is required. So I think capital as well as brain business is what exactly microchips business is all about.
Okay. Let's now focus on some of the other aspects. The EMS plays is something that I wanted to draw your attention to. This has been seen as the sector of the future. Those who want to invest for the long term are betting big on the EMS space. We've seen how Dixon Tech, Keynes have been continuously catapulting into much higher valuations at optically very high prices of stocks as well. PG Electroplast was also seen as a promising one, but last 2 or 3 sessions have actually seen the stock really take a beating because of the company cutting short their own growth guidance when it comes to revenues and profits, marked down by a sharp downtake. When we look at the recovery came in today just about 4-5% odd, but still there is a lot of understanding that a lot of retail investors would want to do. How should one approach EMS as a space? PG Electroplast, Amber, Dixon, Keynes, many other such companies that are into this fold. What is your thought here?
Yes, it is a next gen and a upcoming industry. India is doing fairly good in it as far as consumption and production both ways. India is doing good. Dixon Technology remains our favorite pick from this segment. We continue to uphold a bullish stance on this stock. Apart from this, we are also positive on Keynes Technologies and Amber Enterprises, which are leading. Amber is a leading supplier for air conditioning business, although it failed to perform in this year, but we remain positive on this stock as well as on Keynes.
Okay, fair point. Let me just quickly look at what else can we pull up for Gaurav to really look at and tell us what's going to be important for us to watch out for. PSU space, have you been looking off late? Maybe OMCs, is that a space you're watching out for after the government has talked about some compensation there for the under recoveries?
Of late, we are not targeting OMCs as such. We are maintaining a neutral stance or says no fresh coverage or no fresh initiation on that front. We are just maintaining a neutral stance on the OMC stuff.
Okay, fair point. Let me just also talk to you about, the power space, the renewable energy space. How are you looking at that aspect? Suzlon came out with the numbers. There is some sort of a buzz that says that, some top management shakeup could happen. That's only a buzz. It's not been confirmed by Business Today television so far. But the results is something that, we will be looking at. And what we're also given to understand is that the stock has risen about 19% in the last 3 months. And the big question is, can it really surge past 86 odd levels that it had seen in the previous rally? And how the stock had reached up to all-time high levels as well. Now, most of the brokerage houses still have a buy rating on the stock, a target price ranging between 78 to 82 odd levels as well. A large part of the expectation is that there is going to be an improvement in the fundamentals going forward from here as well. What's your own understanding on Suzlon?
Firstly, yes, we are also positive on Suzlon as a stock. Uh, we watched its previous earnings very closely, and since then we have been maintaining a very positive stance. The kind of commentary the management came out post its last quarter numbers, I very well remember the kind of guidance they come up with clearly indicates that they are on for a complete turnaround of this company, and numbers also reflected the same. So therefore, we remain a positive view on this stock with an investment horizon of 2 to 3 years.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out, viewers, in taking a clear view there. Another space that I wanted to draw your attention is the travel, tourism, hospitality space. Now, some of the stocks in this basket have been showing us strong momentum. Look at a Yatra Online, how it's been moving for the last couple of sessions, 20% circuit now. Look at Ixico, one of the recently listed stocks, Lee Travenues, that's also on the move. Some of the smaller hotel related stocks are also on the move. Indigo is back in focus again. I just wanted to get a clear view because the festive season is coming up. This is also the time when a lot of travel really takes place. The second half of the calendar year also sees people traveling, both domestically and internationally, both for business and for leisure as well. The activity picks up. For hospitality industry also, second half is always seen as a better quarter than the first half. How would you really look at what's coming in for the travel tourism industry? Are you taking any bullish bets ahead of the festive season?
Yes, rightly mentioned that the later half of the year is always good for the hospitality industry. As the winter season sets in, a lot of travel is happening within India, and I think that is one area that really boils up. The festive season also attracts a lot of traveling, and I think we should not leave behind Indigo for that matter. What we have seen in the previous quarters, the earlier quarters when the Kumbh Mela was organized, a lot of contribution just came in due to the religious travel that happened all across the globe. So I think this is one area one just cannot miss. Hotel stocks are performing reasonably well, and stocks like Indian Hotel, ITC Hotels, Lemon Tree, we are positive on these stocks. Yes, you have mentioned Yatra has performed exceptionally well. I think not much has to be spoken. 100 to 137, 138 rupees in just about two trading sessions. So it clearly speaks for itself.
Okay. Any of your top bets from the hospitality space, that's the hotels, as well as from the entire tourism basket?
Indian Hotel remains my favorite pick, the Taj segment, and apart from that, I also like ITC hotels, and in the middle basket, in the 4-star segment, it is lemon tree which are expanding its wings really rapidly, and we are pretty much optimistic that this particular hospital chain has potential to even outperform.
Okay, got that. I hope investors will definitely keep an eye out on all the stocks and the sectors that we are discussing right now. Just about 4 minutes to go before the markets shut shop. Let me ask you, Gaurav, from your own research, have you pulled out any key sectors, names where you would want to take a bet after a lot of consolidation has already taken place in the markets? Do you think you will be looking at positively what the last 4 5 months of the calendar year that remain?
Yes, I think a stock like Paytm, stock like Eternal, the new age businesses which drive almost all of their business from within India are likely to perform. They have both these stocks have come up with a good set of numbers in this quarter. We uphold a bullish view, and we expect this kind of performance to continue ahead as well.
Okay, fair point. All right, Gaurav, we'll leave you at that then. Thank you so much for taking the time out for detailing for us what to look at into this current market, where to stay cautious and where can continue to be bullish at this point in time as well. 100 points lower in trade. So
Pleasure. Thank you.
yesterday's gains are again seeing being swept away into the market volatility. 24,485 for the Nifty. 100 points of a cut on the Nifty. We are at the day's low point. 4/10% lower in trade. What has really led to these losses? Large part of banking names, private banks, financial services that have not contributed to the gains today. Pharma continues to be the top mover, along with autos, metals, oil and gas, some gains that could be seen there. But banks, realty, consumer durables, FMCG, even the broader markets have lost ground in trade today. Tech Mahindra now a top mover from the IT pack, Maruti or Hero and M&M from the auto space, Cipla from the pharma pack, that's hovering higher in an otherwise weak setup. Whereas Bajaj Finance, Trent, HUL, Eternal, HDFC Bank, Nestle, these are all the stocks that are clearly dragging in trade. IOC, BPCL, HPCL continue to move up for the second day in a row after those compensation news flows had started to pour in from yesterday and weekend. Let me also look at names within the power space. So NTPC, NHPC, Coal India, these are the ones that are rallying in trade. FNO space, you have Alchem Labs from the diagnostic space, SJVN from the power pack, and Jindal Stainless and Biocon, Titagarh Rail as among those stocks that are hovering higher. Let me also pull up gainers and losers from the top 500 basket. Highway infrastructure, the debut stock today, 72% higher, ending at 120 odd levels. Yatra Online, we marked out already. Rico Auto Industries is up. Sonata Software is higher. Apex Frozen Foods is 13% up in trade. You also have names like, interesting ones. You very Star Cement is something that we have been marking for all our viewers as well. These are all the stocks that are higher in trade. Even Hiranba Industries, that's up. But what's not doing well? It's Man Industries that's declining in trade. There's also Markson's Pharma that's now down by about 11 odd percent in trade. Let me also pull up stocks like Krishna Diagnostics, Som Distilleries, Praj Industries, Paradeep Phosphates, RPP Infra, Kiri Industries, as among those stocks that have been declining anywhere between 5 to kind of 10 odd percent in trade. That's where we shut shop at 24,485. We have slipped below 24,500, tested that towards the closing level in trade today. Two more sessions to go before this long weekend comes in on account of Independence Day. We'll have Friday as an off for the markets, so there'll be a long weekend that will come up. But for sure, we'll continue to see how the next 2 days really pan out in trade. All right, viewers, we'll wrap it up at that note. But do stay tuned on to Business Today Television and keep helping us understand what exactly would you want to see as specific stocks, videos, coverage on markets, and send us feedback on the WhatsApp number keeps flashing on your screens. We also take your queries on daily calls at 12 noon every day. So look forward to that as well and hope to see you soon. Hope you have a great time even beyond the market hours today. You'll continue to see market business coverage and also the finance coverage that will continue. So stay tuned for that.
Friday, the much anticipated meeting between